To celebrate 3 decades of union, Marie-Chantal and Prince Pavlos of Greece are closer than ever. Through memories, tender gestures, and knowing glances, the royal couple rekindles the flame of a royal love that has weathered the storms of history. Discover their incredible journey of love in this captivating report. Subscribe to never miss the secrets of royal families, share this video with history buffs, and leave a comment. Do you think love can truly last a lifetime? 30 years of love, complicity, and fidelity. 30 years of exchanged glances, of hands that still tenderly seek each other, of meaningful silences. 30 years that Marie-Chantal and Pavlos of Greece have defied time, exile, political upheavals, the evolution of the monarchy, and the changes in their own dynasty. And yet, at a time when many couples struggle to overcome the symbolic milestones of time, the fallen heirs to the Greek crown are celebrating their pearl wedding anniversary in July 2025 with a rare, almost surreal brilliance. The image the world received of this celebration is that of a couple more united than ever, photographed holding hands, smiling, in an intimate and luminous atmosphere. Far from the pomp of a royal wedding, Marie-Chantal and Pavlos decided to mark this emblematic anniversary discreetly, but not without elegance. A decision that reflects their image, sober, refined, imbued with that aristocratic restraint that has never prevented a well-measured public affection. For if Prince Pavlos, son of the former King Constantine II, has always known how to elegantly step aside, it is Marie-Chantal who embodies this royal alchemy between modernity and tradition, audacity and loyalty. Their story begins in New York in the 1990s, far from the palaces of Europe, but at the heart of the cosmopolitan high society frequented by the wealthy and crowned heirs. Marie-Chantal Miller, from a wealthy Anglo-American family, is no princess, but her refinement, education, and ethereal beauty quickly captivate Prince Pavlos. Their encounter, like something out of a Fitzgerald novel, seals an unexpected destiny, that of a prince without a kingdom falling in love with an heiress with modern charm and a keen sense of elegance. On July 1, 1995, their wedding was celebrated in London at St. Sophia's Cathedral, in the presence of Europe's greatest crowned heads. A memorable event, worthy of a contemporary fairy tale, blending Greek Orthodox traditions, British royal pageantry, and the sweetness of sincere feelings. Dressed in a sumptuous Valentino gown, Marie-Chantal made history by becoming Princess of Greece and Denmark. But what no one yet knew was that this union would endure much more than the clichés of frozen royal happiness. Shortly after their marriage, the couple was confronted with the political reality of Greece. The monarchy had been abolished in 1974, and King Constantine II was living in exile in London. Pavlos, as crown prince without a throne, had to reinvent his role. Marie-Chantal, meanwhile, juggled her new identity, balancing royal tradition with the demands of modern life. The couple then chose to settle in New York, then London, where they raised their 5 children in an atmosphere both discreet and rooted in the European elite. Olympia, Achilles, Odysseus, Aristides, and Constantine Alexios, these names, both ancient and contemporary, embody the continuity of a lineage, but also the freedom of an upbringing off the beaten track. Marie-Chantal quickly distinguished herself as one of the most influential figures in European royal circles. With her flair for fashion, she founded her own children's clothing brand, Marie-Chantal, and became a benchmark in the world of luxury. But behind this glamorous image, we discover a committed woman, devoted to her family, and deeply in love with her husband over the years. Their complicity is evident in every photograph, glances meeting in public, spontaneous gestures, smiles exchanged at family and social events. A rare alchemy, almost anachronistic in a world where royal marital scandals dominate the headlines. Prince Pavlos, for his part, remains faithful to his discreet stance. A man of culture, a polyglot, close to his children, and loyal to his father's memory, he embodies this shadowy royalty, respected but discreet, aware of his symbolic role. Upon his father's death in 2023, Pavlos became head of the Greek royal house, a largely honorary but deeply meaningful title. At his side, Marie-Chantal redoubled her efforts to maintain family unity, emerging as a pillar during this moment of historic transition. Perhaps it was this ordeal of grief that further strengthened the couple's bond. Since 2023, Pavlos and Marie-Chantal's public appearances have increased, but always with restraint, dignity, and refinement. At each event, whether a royal wedding, a charity gala, or a commemoration, the couple displays remarkable unity. A union that nothing seems to erode, not even the years. To mark their 30th wedding anniversary, several photos were shared on social media and relayed in the European press. They show a relaxed couple, in a Mediterranean setting bathed in light, likely captured in Greece or at their summer residence. Marie-Chantal, in a flowing cream-colored dress, gazes tenderly at her husband, who responds with a knowing smile. No words are necessary. Everything is said in that silent language that only sincere couples possess. Their love is not a staged act. It is lived, felt, and cultivated daily. This 30th wedding anniversary is also an opportunity to remember that the history of the Greek royal family does not end with exile. Quite the opposite. Through Pavlos and Marie-Chantal, a new page is being written, more personal, more intimate, but just as anchored in the collective memory. They embody a royalty without a crown, but not without emotional legitimacy. A royalty that does not need a throne to exist, for it lives on in simple gestures, lasting loyalty, and the values passed on to children. The couple's 5 children now live in the United States, the United Kingdom, and continental Europe. All were raised with a commitment to openness, responsibility, and discretion. Olympia, the eldest daughter, has become a social media and fashion icon, without ever denying her royal roots. Exile, meanwhile, is pursuing a career in film and production. All demonstrate the same attachment to family, to their Greek roots, and to this modern vision of the monarchy that their mother, Marie-Chantal, knew how to tactfully defend. In short, this celebration of Marie-Chantal and Pavlos of Greece's 30th wedding anniversary is much more than just an anniversary. It is a silent yet powerful statement, proof that love, fidelity, and tenderness can survive the test of time and historical upheaval. It is also an invitation to reflect on what it means to be royal today, in a changing world, where titles no longer carry the weight they once did, but where symbols remain essential. And as the sun sets on this July day, as photos of this serene couple flood the internet, one question remains: in a world where everything moves fast, where we change, we leave, we start again, what if lasting love were, ultimately, the last act of authentic royalty?